Okay, so streamer university. Let's talk about it. It's a hot topic, right? Um, so yes, I did apply to Streamers University. Did I get in? No. I did not get into Streamers University, but I did apply. And I want to just say something went wrong. Something had to go wrong, but I guess I kind of like give a little way room because I understand that Casanet, he had this thought, and he's the type of person where he's so ambitious. I know he's so spontaneous in the moment. You know, he has a thought process. He acts on it immediately. You know, that's why I do admire him. He's a hard worker and he gets things done. So he had this idea, and he immediately started working on it. I knew it was gonna have its kinks, its bugs, its issues. He knew. He said, "Look, y'all, it's gonna crash." But that's what happened. I remember I was on my lunch break. 20 minutes in, I saw he posted on Instagram. He was like, "The link is out." I was on the link. It was going so slow. Before I knew it, I seen the little computer robot thing error. I was like, "Dang, it done crashed," you know. So I was like, maybe it ain't meant to be. Then I waited a day or two. They got the website working. I applied. I got on the website. I applied. I tried to do it as fast as possible because I knew a lot of people was, signing up. So I did. I filled it out. Did my little video on my car. Looked a hot mess. Entered everything, and I read where it says like, don't send duplicates. Like if you send more than one, like it's automatically that's it. So yeah, I was like, I sent it. I don't want to send it again. But a few days passed and I seen he went live and he was like, y'all should be getting contacted. Check your emails. I never got an email. Like never. Even leading up, I never got an email. Denial, nothing saying your stuff is processing, you've been approved, you've been denied. I didn't get nothing. I didn't get nothing. I did screenshot it where it says, thank you for filling out the application, whatever, whatever. But yeah, and then my video, I checked my video. My video was not viewed. Like nobody watched the video. So deep down, I kind of already knew. I was like, maybe the internet or something went wrong, error, and my application didn't go through. I think that's what happened. But like I said, I realized it's gonna be some flaws when you just doing something like kind of spare the moment and it's last minute. Yeah, he got a team, but they just learning as they go. So I was like, it's all right, Kai. Y'all messed me up a little. Something went wrong. It maybe was on my end, but I did fill it out. And what I should have did, though I didn't. What I should have did, I should have maybe did a TikTok. I seen that's what a lot of people were doing. They was doing TikToks. Maybe I should have did that and pitched myself, but I didn't, but it's all good. It's all good. I'm a heavy believer of everything happens for a reason. And to be honest, like I am a streamer, but I don't want to just be known for being a streamer. I feel like I'm a content creator. I create content on all platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. And I'm like an entertainer at the same time, content creator, entertainer. I don't want to box myself in. So it's okay. It's okay. I feel like I'm not just a streamer. I'm more than a streamer anyway. And I feel like in this streaming industry, for those like myself, it's just like keep working hard, keep grinding, keep making great content. And it's only a matter of time before you either bump into Kai, or you just see your following grow. And it's like not everybody's gonna be at the success level of a Castanet. But I feel like if you keep doing what you're doing, you'll get recognized. The internet, it seems it is oversaturated, but it's so small. Like once you go viral and it just really opens up people to you and it really pushes you, the algorithm. So it's only a matter of time. Or, even if you don't bump into them, they'll kind of see you. They'll see you on the internet. Even if they don't say, hey, I see you, I know who you are, people still watching. And you never know who's watching you. So just continue to do what you're doing. But I wasn't accepted. I had a feeling already that like I wasn't going to be on that board, but I still tuned in. Because I feel like this is exciting. It's never been done before. And I just wanted to see who was going to get picked, you know? So I watched the full live, and I was kind of shocked. I didn't know it was going to be so many students. It was like over 100 students. I think it was like 20 professors. Um and I just want to say, I feel like you have to watch Casanet, and a lot of people had so much to say, and it's like y'all didn't even apply. Y'all didn't even apply, but it tells you it was based off not just being a streamer, Twitch streamer. It was like content creators, whether your platform is on YouTube, TikTok, or Twitch. And I feel like people like myself, if you a streamer and you got a Twitch, you got a YouTube and a TikTok. If you don't, you should, right? So it's open for multiple type of content creators. It wasn't just streamers. Casanet made that plain. He was like, yeah, it's Streamer University, but it's content creators. It's based off content creators, right? So boom. He also said that the professors were going to be pretty much people who are experienced, who's been doing it for a long time, and they have a large following. So I wasn't shocked that already known streamers or content creators were the professors, which was mainly like AEMP and some other people who are known. I wasn't mad at that. So yeah, that's what it was. And then they got into the students. It did get interesting, but I didn't expect it to be that many. I was shocked. I was like, dang, 120. And I know a lot of people was upset because they was like, I thought this is something that's made for small content creators. And it is. Small content creators. But at the same time, he said it's going to be a mix. It's a pie chart. It's a mix. It's a mix of small content creators, some large content creators, you know. So it's a mix. And I feel like that makes sense. I kind of forgot, but when I started seeing all the people and I was like, oh, I know some of these people, it made sense. Because my thing is, y'all, who gonna watch a bunch of unknown people? That's not gonna bring a lot of traffic, to be honest. I feel like Casanet is a smart man, you know, so it don't make sense business-wise. Think about a movie. Think about a movie, y'all. It's kind of like, you know, it's entertainment. So let's picture it this way. It's a movie. The movie Sinners, right? So you have this big actor, Michael B. Jordan. You have this big director, Ryan Coogler. That's going to send people. That's going to send the traffic. Oh, yeah, Michael B. Jordan. Yeah, he's the lead role. He's the main character. People are familiar with him. They know him. So they're going to tune in to the movie, to the film. And then when you watch that film, you get introduced to other characters. Sammy, you know, he was a preacher boy or the preacher's son. So yeah, that was his first acting gig. He was new to acting, but we were able to get to know him because of Michael B. Jordan in this huge movie, right? So I feel like with Casanet, it only makes sense to use people that the viewers are familiar with to bring that traction, to bring those viewers. And then as you're watching who you're familiar with, then you're going to learn who some of these other streamers are, right? So it only makes sense. And then Casanet, everybody know Casanet, he looks out for everybody around him. He's part of a group. So we should have known AMP was going to be involved. All his homeboys that he streamed with, all the little Clover boys, you know, they all going to be there. So it makes sense. I feel like he needs a team around him. This is a big thing that he's doing. But yeah, he always looks out for everybody, and he shares his platform. So I feel like it makes sense. I don't know why everybody thought it was just going to be a bunch of like unknown people, right? And he made it very clear, like, he not just giving handouts. Like, you can't have 10 followers or you just now started streaming and thinking you're going to get picked, you know? So he made it very clear. I think that's the sad part. Everybody want handouts. pick me, pick me. And I want to say too, I loved how it was a lot of women. I was so happy because it was a girl that was like myself. I think she had like 500 followers, and she was a black female. And I was like, yes, it was a few females. So I'm just happy that, you know, to see that representation was great. So thank you, Kai, for that. And I'm the type of person where I can clap. You know, I see somebody like myself, I can be like, yes, thank you, Kai. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for giving us women a chance. So yeah, I appreciate that. And I want to add to what people don't realize. I believe Streamers University, I don't know all the details. I do know, I think it's only going to be like a weekend. That's 2 or 3 days. People don't realize it's going to be something that happens so quick, so fast. And people don't realize that, like, these small content creators, like, y'all going to really have to work hard these 2-3 days. This is probably the hardest you're going to ever have to work in your life. People don't realize that. They see this opportunity and, you know, of course you're excited and everything, but it's time to work. It's time to work. And it's actually going to be harder because it's 100+ people. Some of them already know, and you got to stand out. Right? So it's kind of like a competition in a way. These streamers, they gotta prove themselves. It cannot work in your favor, or it could be great. Some people grow their following, you know. Others, I don't know. If you don't work hard enough, you're going to be in the same boat you was in before you left. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a moment of like, let me get myself right. I got to make sure I play my cards right. And it's not guaranteed that you're going to be this big successful streamer afterwards. You know, it don't guarantee you're going to be so rich. You know, it's not guaranteed. So I think a lot of people don't realize that. Yeah, this is a great opportunity. Congrats to the ones that got it, but you really have to work harder, I feel like. And then once you get back and everything go back to normal, you have to really get in grind mode. Okay? So, yeah. I don't think this is going to be an easy task. Yeah, it's going to be fun, networking and everything, but it's like, I'm just saying, some of y'all got to really lock in. It's kind of like going to college for real. You got to lock in, get those grades right, get them all A's. Don't get carried away with the partying and, you know, the fast life. Y'all know how college is. So, yeah, it still is a job, right? I'm just saying, y'all got accepted, but it don't always mean that you've made it. That don't mean that. It's only like 2 days, baby. But I will probably be tuning in and watching. I think you all should too. But I'm not really upset with anybody that was picked. Congratulations. I do want to say I've seen a lot of talks about Zoe Spencer, and y'all know I'm a female, and y'all know a lot of these spaces is male dominated. So whenever I see females, especially black females in these like industries, I immediately show them love, right? I'm following, you know, I'm tuning in, I'm watching. So, you know, I'm in the comments, I'm trying to interact. So I immediately, when he was bringing up women, I was like, what's Zoe at? Or I was like, he was like, the next name. And I'm just like, Zoe. And it was never her. And I was like, oh. And what's crazy is when I was watching Castanet stream, I was stream hopping because I ain't subscribed. I've been subscribed before, Kai, but I wasn't subscribed, and your ads was going crazy. So I was stream hopping, and a lot of the people who I was watching the stream with, they was like, "Where is Zoe?" So I feel like it was a topic. Everybody was questioning, where is Zoe? Because you having all these other people, everybody that he's associated with or had, you know, his partners that he streamed with and their streamers, they were all picked. Even the youngins, the Rakaz, and, you know, like, y'all ain't even supposed to be in it anyway. Y'all too young, right? So, I did hate to see that Zoe wasn't selected, and then I saw her online crying, and I was like, oh, girl, don't be on here crying. Why you doing that? But at the same time, I'm just like, she got a right to feel how she feel. If she want to go on her stream and express herself however, she should be able to. And I understand that, I'm sure that did hurt. I'm sure it did hurt. And I just want to say, honey, it's people like myself and others, not just women, but just people in general. We all support you. We behind you 100%. Whatever you decide to do, we're always going to be there to support. And I just want you to know that, like, don't stop what you're doing. Pedal to the metal. Push that thing all the way down and run full speed. And I'm right there behind you, girl. I'm trying to tell you. Don't even look back. I got your back. If you don't go fast enough, I'm probably going to push you. Hurry up. Go. So, yeah, you have a support group. You have a lot of supporters who watch. They want to see you go in. So just let it be motivation, but let it be an eye-opener to who supports you for real. Because I noticed, like, ain't nobody saying nothing about it. I'm just saying, though, like, people who are supposed to be your friends that got accepted, why they not? Or maybe they called her behind the scenes. I don't know. But I just don't like how nobody's really speaking on it. Because I feel like she should have had a spot. And I'm not going to go against and say, oh, well, this person shouldn't have got it, but Zoe should have got it. I feel like whoever's on there, fine. But Zoe should have had a spot, for sure. And I feel like it was kind of weird. I was like, what's going on? Like, why he didn't pick her? It do look away. It like kind of salty about something. I don't know. But I hope they work it out. But I was like, where is Zoe? I did think that. But, girl, you don't need Streamers University. You already got your platform. Tables turn. That's all I'm going to say. Don't worry about it. Keep going. That's how you felt. Okay. Get all that out. Keep going. Keep doing your thing. And I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but just really see and try to understand, like, let this be a lesson, like, who's really for you and who not. And whatever big idea you have, you don't have to do a Streamer University, but whatever big idea you have, I say go for it, and people are going to support. I'm most definitely sure. But that's all. That's it. That's all. Y'all let me know. Was y'all accepted? Did y'all apply? How y'all feel about it? Y'all upset? I'm really not that upset about it, to be honest with you. Shout out to Casanat. Keep pushing the limit as well, because it's only bringing traction to the streamers. It's only bringing traction to us. It's funny how it's cool to be a streamer now. It's cool to be like a nerd. Y'all know all this stuff is like being a gamer and doing games. Like, this is all some nerdy stuff, right? Knowing how to use cameras and all this stuff is nerdy, but it's cool now. It's what's happening. So I'm just glad to be a part of the community, and I'm looking forward to Streamers University. And I love stuff like this too, because it just pushes me. It pushes me and make me want to, reach a little higher and do things outside of my comfort zone. But that's it. That's all. If y'all made it to the end, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell. I'm able to post on here now. I don't have any more strikes, no more community strikes, so I'm good. I'm free. I'll see y'all in my next one.